Hello, welcome back. Today I'm going to quickly talk about 3 reasons why free marketing can actually cost you $100,000. And you might call me crazy, but free marketing, what's the cost? Like it's free. But when you think about it, if free marketing actually results in you losing, the most valuable buyer for your property, like the buyer that really sees all the good points about your property and actually don't care about any of the bad points, and that buyer might be, with a budget of 100,000 or 200,000 or more than everyone else. If you don't do the right marketing and that buyer does not know your property is on the market, then you actually going to cost you that 100 or $200,000 because you can't buy someone you don't know about. And that comes to my first reason why free marketing will cost you money, because your property will be invisible. Uh, when you look into domain or resident.com.au these days, at the top of the page where you see the uh, property with the biggest picture, that is like most prominent, and you simply can't miss it. It will actually cost you around $4,000 for a 30-day campaign. And as far as I know, I have not heard of any agent that will actually offer free marketing and absorb that cost themselves. So, you actually missing on all the property, all the, no, sorry, not property, but all the buyers that is actually looking. And if you're on the second page, a lot of agents will tell you, oh, it doesn't matter. If a buyer is interested in the property, they'll go to the second or third page. But the truth is, when you think about the last time, say you went and did a Google search, what do? You type what you want, the same as when you look for property, you put in the location, you put in the price, you put in the how many bedrooms, etc., etc., and then out comes the results. Just like Google, when you type in your search, the results come out. What do? You click on the first one, click on the second one, look at the photos, look at the videos. Yes, you answer what you need, then you mark it down and you turn up the open house. True, some people actually look at the third and fourth result, or look at the second page just to make sure they don't miss out anything. But the truth is, a lot of people simply don't have the time or the patience to do it these days. And as soon as they, go for the front page and, they find all the properties they want and they mark down the time to see it and none of a clash, they'll probably just stop right there and then and just go to those open houses. And you being on the second page when you launch is going to miss out on all these buyers that is really keen to buy but don't have time, and they might have the budget for it, but they simply don't know your property is on the market. So that's the first reason, your property will be invisible, and you don't want that. Statistics from realestate.com.au and domain shows that when you have the front page and at the top the premier property, the last data that was given to me says that it's 16 times more likely to be seen, 16 times. So imagine if you're on the second page and you have two people coming to your open house. If you're on the front page at the top, you actually have 32 people looking. I don't know, maybe you could be lucky that two buyer will be the perfect buyers, but I rather not take that chance and hope that out of the 32 you might get just one single most important buyer rather than 1 in 2. I mean, 1 in 32 sounds like better odds for you. The second reason is free marketing usually means crappy marketing. When you think back to it, whenever you get a free stuff, free delivery, whatever, it usually comes from somewhere. It doesn't appear for free, really. If it's free delivery, it might be just the price might be higher. If it's free marketing in this instance for property, it might be you missing on quality video photographer, or your brochures might be of a cheaper quality because there's some agents where now they just use A4 printout from the printer, and to me that just looks cheap. And if you're selling your property as a premium property that is good for the buyer to live in for the next 20-30 years, and you don't even believe your property is worth that extra $100 to get good quality brochures, then how would the buyer conceive your property be worth what you think it's worth? And plus, video is one of the things that is major now. Videos gets around 800% more engagement, so 8 times more engagement. So with photos, they might look at it for like say 30 seconds, but with videos, 8 times that will be 4 minutes, and that gives them more engagement and makes it more likely for them to turn up to the open house and see your property. However, when you look at a lot of videos done nowadays, they just do slideshows. And trust me, feedback from all my clients and other buyers is they hate it. They rather just go straight to the photos. I mean, what's the point of having a slideshow when the photo is right next to it? You can just click, 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 and 30 seconds is done, rather than sitting there for like 4 minutes looking at the same photos. as you can see, all my videos are actual journalist video. Actually, there's voiceover in background, and we actually show out the key features and benefits. So for you to do that, it'll cost you money because you have to have a professional photographer, video photographer, and then you have to do the voiceover afterwards, and you might take around 4 or 5 hours to actually produce that 2 minutes of video. But when it's free, what they usually do is they chuck all the photos in a program, and it just comes out and it becomes a slideshow. And it, yeah, it's free, but then you get a product that no one wants to watch, and they actually might hate it, and they actually lose interest in your property because of the video. Rather than getting 800% extra engagement, you're actually getting them away from your property, which is by no means doing you any good. And the same theory applies. The more buyers you have, and the more buyers competing for your property, is when you actually find that one buyer that it can actually see all the value in your property, and it's the perfect match as the future owner of your property. And if you don't do all the right marketing and present your property in the best light, you're simply not going to get that price. It's like when you sell a car, you at least go and polish it. But some people I know, they sell a house which is worth like 100 times what the car is worth, and they do nothing about it. They let the tenants leave dirty laundry, etc., etc., and go. People can see through that. If people can see through all these flaws in the property, then they should be able to see through the dirt and the biscuit crumbs, etc., in your car. But why do you go vacuum it and polish it and everything? Because the presentation actually matters. But strangely, when it comes to even a bigger item where the marketing can actually add even more value, we're talking about 50,000 or 100,000 or 200,000 here, and a lot of people still don't do what's right and present in the best light. But yeah, enough said about that. But you get the point. The third and most important one, which I think people should think about, is if an agent is going straight to free marketing as a selling point, to me, that actually tells me that they care more about winning a business than really delivering their promise to you and getting you the best price. Because when you think about it, after knowing reason 1 and 2, how important good marketing is, they still want to sell a package to you that is free. What that means is they don't really care if they're attracting the most buyers. They just want to win your business, because from my experience, it's much easier for me to say, oh, you don't have to pay me marketing, and you just sign here, you pay me 1% commission, and we can sell your house, you sell yourself, because you believe in it, and I'm just telling you what you want to hear, and I can easily win your business. However, I know for a fact that if you pay that extra $3,000-4,000 for the marketing, we can do a really good job, and your property will be presented in the best light. We attract the best buyers, we let them compete with each other, and then we get the best price for you. And to me, that could be the $100,000 that we're talking about. For $5,000 investment, you get $100,000 return. I mean, it's a simple equation. You shouldn't say no to it. And if I'm not telling you that this truth, and I'm just telling you what you want to hear, then I'm not really doing you justice in getting you the best price. At the end of the day, I mean, if a budget really constrains you, but at the very least, I need to explain to you that $5,000 can make a difference of you getting your best price of that $200,000 extra, which, like I always say, it's like flying first class for your retirement, then flying economy. That's the difference, and that is what all it takes, that extra bit of money for doing the marketing properly. To me, if I spend 20 years of hard-earned my hard-earned money buying this property, when you can't come to sell, it's really my obligation to really look after it and to really get what it deserves. I mean, I don't want to give away a property, and I wouldn't want to give away a property. I don't know about you, but by not marketing and making it invisible, presenting in not the best possible way, and for not understanding what it is, you're really not doing your property any justice. I mean, it deserves better. You deserve better, and you really need to think about how free marketing is actually costing you money. And hopefully, after listening to this video, you actually can see that when people try to sell you free marketing, they're actually trying to sell you an easier way to get you to sign the dotted line to give them the listing, because at the end of the day, without listing, we're not going to make money. And whatever is easiest for me to win listings, a lot of agents might actually go down that path. But for me personally, it's like seeing a obese person that's got diabetes, and they should really exercise. And then, oh, I know it only costs them $10 to go to the gym. Like you do everything you want to persuade them that that $10 is worth it, because it's, your life that you were talking about. The same way that, four or $5,000 in marketing might sound like a lot of money, but when you think about how it's going to add another $50,000, $100,000, maybe even $10,000 or $20,000, it's actually money that you could potentially unlock from your property that you're missing out on. You really don't want to miss out on that. So today, my whole purpose is to have a think about it. Usually when free things, they're usually not good, and it has to come from somewhere. And if you can see that free marketing can cost you money, next time we can tailor a package for you that might fit your budget. But at the end of the day, the option is there for you. And I truly believe you have to market your property properly to actually stand out from all your competing properties, because at the end of the day, you're not the only property on the market. And we all know the buyers that actually is most willing to pay the top dollar. There's only such a small number of them, whereas you're competing for that one buyer with all these other properties, and you really need to market it properly. And that is my belief, and hopefully you can see that is the case.